This is how much I read as a girl who uses reading to distress. I started my week very sad because I was finishing A Little Life. This is a very sad story of 4 friends who are starting their life living in New York. On Tuesday, I continued reading A Little Life, and all I have to say is I highly recommend for everybody to read trigger warnings before going to this book and trust the trigger warnings. On Wednesday, I finished reading A Little Life, and right when I finished it, I needed like 5 minutes to understand what was going on in my brain. And I think it actually helped me knowing that I was going to be really sad because I was kind of prepared for it. On Thursday, I decided that I needed happiness. Started reading Yours Truly. That is the book that I'm reading with my book club here in New York, Bibliophile in the City, and this is definitely what I needed. I love this book so much. I gave it a 5-star. On Friday, I finished Yours Truly because I couldn't put that book down. I think one thing that helped was that I already liked the female main character from the book before this one. This isn't a series per se, but there are 3 books that are interconnected. Yours Truly is about a female main character that is going through a tough divorce and a male main character who's going through a tough breakup, and they kind of get together to fake date. I'm being very vague because I personally don't like to go into books knowing too much, but I just wanted to give you a little snippet of what it was. On Friday, I also started reading Anyone's Ghost. On Saturday, I continued reading Anyone's Ghost. That it's a book about a queer teenager trying to figure out his sexuality and his life. One summer, he meets this guy that from the beginning we know is gonna die, and basically we read about how this person affected his life. At the same time, I started Two Can Play that day because the Anyone's Ghost was being a bit too sad, and I'm still on my A Little Life post-life era, which I wanted happiness. So I picked up Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. On Sunday, I continued reading both books, and I actually finished Two Can Play. Two Can Play is a spicy novella. It's a very short book about 2 video games creators who have to go to a retreat because they work for opposite companies, and the companies basically hate each other, so they're trying to figure out if they can work together in this one video game. I read this book because I wanted to give the author a try because I've heard a lot of good things about the author's book, but I did hear that it was spicy, so I wanted to see if I could handle it, and sadly I think that maybe this author's books are just not for me. I just don't enjoy very descriptive explicit scenes. This week in general, I didn't do much in my life, so I had a pretty good reading week. The weather and environment in New York was just not it, but at least on Sunday I was able to watch the World Cup finals, and that was kind of fun.